Hey everybody, it's Wayne. Thanks for tuning in for a portfolio update. If you're new to the channel, thanks so much for tuning in. Every week I try to push out an update where I break down how my portfolios are doing. I've got two main brokerages, M1 and Robinhood. I'll break down what I'm buying, I'll break down dividends earned for the week, and then I'll also break down the premium that I've earned from selling covered calls as well as cash secured puts. Let's go ahead and jump into Robinhood. If we see here for the week, my portfolio currently stands at $395,000. I'm going to give you a further breakdown because that's not all going to be stocks. There is going to be a cash balance included within that. So not bad. We're up for the week at 1.14%. That's just about $4,000. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the month. Things are also looking pretty good, 3.41%. That's an increase of $13,000 in the past month. And then if we zoom out to 3 months, again, that upward to the right momentum has been going pretty strong. I'm up nearly 32,000. That's nearly 9%. As I mentioned before in previous videos, it's not a shameless plug. I don't get any kind of kickback. But I got to tell you, earning 4.4% APY on my uninvested cash sure does feel good. You can see here that Robinhood does pay you out on a monthly basis. Sometimes they'll pay you out twice a month. So far, I've earned $17.94. You can see here my next payday will be April 28th. So I'm excited about the uninvested cash because, as you know, I also sell cash secured puts. So there's going to be a decent amount of cash in my brokerage. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the balance breakdown. As I mentioned, of the 395,000 portfolio, 92% of that, so 366,000, is actually going to be stocks and options, and then 29,000 or 7.45% is comprised of that brokerage cash. Let's go ahead and give you a look at the top 5 holdings in my Robinhood. Number 1 being Microsoft, followed by Apple, Starbucks, Celsius, and FedEx. Let's go ahead and show you the bad, right? Can't talk about the top earners, got to talk about the top losers. And Tesla remains number 1 at a loss of nearly 27,000. Amazon, 14,000. Traeger, 3,400. CVS, 2,100. And Meta rounds out my top 5 losers. Let's go ahead and give you an update now from the M1 platform. Okay, taking a look here at M1, currently my portfolio sits at 120,000. If we look at the week, it looks about me breaking even. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last month, and you can see I'm up about 2.29%. That's nearly $2,600. And if we look at the first quarter here, I'm down about 3.5% or 4,200. If we look at holdings, this is going to break down my total unrealized loss or gain, and you can see for all of my 45 positions, my cost basis being 126,000, the value being 120,000, which means I'm down nearly 5% or nearly 6,000. Let's go ahead and break down those biggest winners. You can see here as far as percentage, not value, but percentage. JetQ, Cube, Texas Roadhouse, EPD, and Vici are my top 5 gainers for the week. Is that a word, gainers? I don't know. Let's go and take a look at my top 5 losers. MPW, not too worried about this. Yeah, I'm down 45%, but I only own 14 shares, so a very, very small portion of my M1. Followed by Aries Commercial, ABR, Starwood Property, and HTGC. I am focused on quality this year, not quantity. So out of my $100 daily contribution, so Monday through Friday, I'm contributing $100 every day. That's $500 per week. And you can see my target allocations for my M1, 80% is going to this long-term hold. And the reality is even though that there are other slices, so quarterly dividend, monthly dividend, and ETF, these have not seen any money in quite some time because the bulk or all of my money is going to this long-term hold. Within that long-term hold slice, I've got 14 stocks. Now, if you look at the top 3 here, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi, they really haven't received much in the form of funds. The reason why, and Coca-Cola, they are overweight on the target percentage. So 7% for Coke, 7% for O, but you can see here they are significantly overweight. So they're not going to receive any of that $500 per week. Pepsi is not over the 7%, but it is at 5.4%, which means M1 is going to go ahead and target lower percentages. So right now for the remaining, 11 stocks, starting with Visa all the way down to Texas Roadhouse. I want to, I'm not entirely thrilled with M1. To me, there are some imperfections, but what M1 does right is really evening out the contributions that go in, right? It's a completely automated process. You can see here all these stocks have a target percentage. Some are 7%, some are 8%. Take a look here at the amount, right? Take a look at everything from 7% on down, right? So from SO down to Texas Roadhouse. If you look at the amounts of all of these stocks, they are within what, 10, maybe $15 from each other. So that is the beauty about, for me, daily contributions, right? Not just a weekly contribution, but daily contributions. And then, every day, M1 knows which stock to fund, down to the exact penny. So it keeps these evenly weighted as I continue to contribute more and more. So I'm really excited because this portfolio, or this slice anyway, is starting to slowly grow. I've been doing this now for 4 months, and we're very close to all of these stocks crossing the at least the 1,000 range. So right now, O Realty 12,000, Coca-Cola 3,500, Pepsi is 1,400. But everything from Visa down to Texas Roadhouse, it has not crossed that coveted $1,000 range. So I think we're about maybe a few months, maybe by July, every single one of my positions in the long-term hold slice will be over the $1,000 threshold. All right, let's give you a breakdown of all the dividends that I earned, starting with my M1 portfolio. The week began on April 10th. So let's go ahead and show all the dividends that I received starting on April 10th. The first dividend that I earned was on April 13th. MPW paid me out $4.06. ADC paid me out $1.11. Horizon here had this supplemental dividend of 2 pennies. Main Street Capital, $23.28. Owl Rock Capital, $3.30. O Realty, $52.13. Starwood Properties, $7.91. WP Carey, $7.47. And Horizon Technology, $68.53. By far the biggest payer. And by the way, Horizon Technology, I just purchased a few more shares. And so beginning next month, this monthly payer should be paying me out well over $70 on a monthly basis. So I'm using these monthly payers. And again, every time these dividends are paid out, when I make a purchase, again, Monday through Friday, anything above the $100 is going to be a dividend payment. And so I love that my monthly payers are helping me buy those quality stocks that you saw earlier in my long-term hold slice. All right, let's go ahead and break down all the dividends that I received in my Robinhood brokerage beginning on April 13th. I received 1 penny from MPW. $92.99 from Best Buy. This was the biggest dividend that I earned in my Robinhood brokerage. I'm loving Best Buy, by the way. I'm loving the dividend. I'm loving the consistent premium, and I've got a pretty fantastic cost basis as well. Taiwan Semiconductor, this is the last time I'll see a dividend from them. I did sell out of this, so this dividend was for 36 cents, the last one that I'll be receiving from them. ConocoPhillips, $1.33. Main Street Capital, I hold Main Street Capital in both Robinhood and M1. Specifically, I am selling covered calls against my 100 shares on the Robinhood side, so I earned $22.50. IIPR, I should say, $3.77. Medtronic paid me out $2.04, and that is going to be all the dividends that I earned for the week. Let's go ahead and break this down. M1 earned me $167.81. Robinhood an even $123. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the dividends we've earned so far in the month of April. Now, prior to the dividends that I received beginning on April 10th, I earned $41.69 for Robinhood, $157.56 for M1. So my total has been $199.25. But let's go ahead and add the new dividends that we received this past week. And so I've made those additions. You will see now to date for the month of April, Robinhood, $164.69. M1, $325.37. That's a total for $490.06. And we do have another, 15, 16 days left in the month. Let's go ahead and break down how it looks for the entire year. As I mentioned before, I hope that you're keeping track of all the dividends that you've earned over the months, over the years. I began my dividend journey in 2021, and my goal right now is just to beat, year to date, just to beat what I've earned last year. And so far, every month of this year, I've been able to do that. April, no different. So far, I have earned a total of $490. That easily beats the $331 that I earned last year when I received 20 dividends in total. This month, I think I'm going to get closer to the $550 to $600 range for the month of April. So that's going to be pretty fantastic. We know that May will be a slower month, and then June's going to be a blockbuster. And typically we can expect to see March, June, September, and December be the bigger months. So that's why I like those monthly payers. I like the idea that, even in February or even in April or even in May, I'm still going to be receiving a pretty decent dividend income on a monthly basis. So there's a breakdown on the dividends earned for this week. Let's go ahead and break down all the premium that I earned. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the options trading spreadsheet. It may look a little confusing to you, so if this is your first time tuning in, let me give you the quick rundown. I will document every covered call and cash secured put that I sell, and I will break down the date, the stock, what the option is, Is it a covered call? Is it a covered call leaps? Is it a cash secured put? I will break down the strike price, the expiration, how much the premium I received when I opened the contract, how much I paid to close it out, and then of course what I've netted. You can see here I have written a total of 250 covered calls so far in 2023, and that has earned me $9,037. This is money that has been deposited into my brokerage. That's the nice thing about selling covered calls. You immediately get to bank that premium. So not too bad. And for the week of April 10th, I had about 13 transactions. Now remember, some of these in orange, that's going to represent a roll, which means that I bought to close and then I simultaneously opened up a new position. Anytime I'm rolling, it means that I did not want to get assigned. So Meta, for example, I was fearful that I was going to be assigned, so I decided to roll out that position. And so even though you say, wow, Wayne, you earned $2,900, well, you can't really look at that amount. You have to look at the previous entry, and I guarantee you the previous entry would have reflected a loss. And so that's important to note as well. So far, $9,037 for covered calls. Let's go ahead and break down the cash secured puts. I've mentioned this in other videos. I am beginning to increase the amount of contracts that I am writing when it comes to cash secured puts. And right now, I'm really digging some of these leveraged stocks like TQQQ, SOXS, SOXL. So expect to see a lot of these. Again, a lot of action this past week as well. And so far to date, I have earned $3,191. Again, I'm not only keeping track of previous year dividends, but I'm also keeping track of the options that I'm writing every year. And I began my options journey just last March. So you can see here, March of 2022. The first month I ever did it, I earned $765. I wrote a total of 11 contracts. How we have come so far, right? I mean, on average now, I am writing about 59 covered calls on a monthly basis. And we're going to go ahead and update this spreadsheet real quick. But take note here, so far with covered calls, I have a total of $8,500 for cash secured puts, $3,089. That's a combined total for $11,612. Now I have not made the additions from last week, so take note of that. I also want to point out the reason that I have Celsius, Amazon, and SoFi here below is I am keeping track of these separately for my wheel series. But in reality, it's all going to be one big total. So I've got my covered calls, cash secured puts, There's a total that's right there. And then I will also break down Celsius, Amazon, and SoFi. So this is the grand total right here before I give you an updated view, $13,296. Let's go ahead and update this spreadsheet and get you a brand new total for this week. Okay, I've got all those entries updated. You can see so far in the month of April, I have made $7,899. If we total everything January to April, that's $9,037, and I've written a total of 250 contracts. Go ahead and take a look at cash secured puts in the month of April. So far, for the 11 contracts that I've written, I've earned $388. If we total up January through April, I've earned $3,191. If we combine these plus the wheel stocks that I am featuring in other videos, that's a new combined total year to date, $13,912. If we look at the old total, that amount, if you remember, you can even hit rewind, was $13,296. So that means this week I earned $616 in premium. That is pretty awesome. That is something that I hope to keep going every single week. Obviously, some weeks are better than the others, but not bad. And again, I'm using that money to pay bills, pay taxes, you name it, buy other stocks. And so I love writing cash secured puts. I love writing covered calls, but I'll tell you, I would really like to take that money and just push it over to quality dividend stocks. I'd much rather have that passive income, but in the meantime, I'm having fun with these contracts. Hey, I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Throw it down in the comments. Has anybody thought about dipping their toe in the options pool? When you guys see these options, do you get curious? Are you guys thinking about maybe diving in? I know I've got a few of my friends that have begun their options journey, and they're absolutely, starting small, but they love the process. So I'd love to hear from you if you are thinking about maybe trying to trying to build up 100 shares so you can begin to sell covered calls. Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys are having a great day. We'll see you on the next one.